Howdy everybody, Sass here. We're going to start off with the verse of the day. This is Matthew 6:31. So do not worry, saying, what shall we eat? Or what shall we drink? Or what shall we wear? That's pretty interesting that happened to be the verse I came up with today, given how it's so relevant to our current standing in the world. Most of this is all media driven hype, and unfortunately a goodly portion of us has fallen for it. It's partly meant to make the president look bad. They can't find any other way to get rid of him, so they're trying to make him look so bad. And I believe that's part of the reason that all these governors keep coming up saying this is going to last well into winter. They need it to last up until the election, so we're all reminded of what a crappy job he's doing. Well, I'm not buying it. I don't think he is. I think his little stunt yesterday walking off stage without taking questions was literally just to make them mad again. And it did, obviously. So let's talk about this silly little virus thing we got going on here. And I'm calling it silly and I'm calling it little, because it don't touch the flu we have every year. It's not going to touch what happened with the SARS thing 5 or 6 years ago, whenever it was. What it's going to do is it's going to give mayors and governors and whoever else is out there more power than they've ever had, and what you can see right now, more power than they can deal with. They're almost shaking because they don't know how to handle all this power they've been given. And it's not power of operating a city, it's power over you and me. They have us in such a stranglehold right now, and they don't even know how to deal with it. So we need to turn around and start doing what's been happening in some of these cities recently, showing up in numbers and telling them, we're not going to do it anymore. We're done. They said that we're supposed to open up May 1st. That's Friday. This one, coming up. Have you heard anything other than we're still working on it? We're still trying to figure out how to do it. Just do it. Tell the bars and restaurants and beauty salons and pet stores and whatever else, you handle this on your own. You decide what you want to do. Put it back in our hands. That's where it belongs in the first place. You work for us. And especially the churches. People are dying to get back to church. I've been attending church in several different ways. One is video conferencing and the other is YouTube. It's not biblical, first off. You're supposed to gather. The church isn't the building. The church is the people. And we're told time and time again to gather. The Constitution that you all love to stretch and turn and spin in your own direction, the First Amendment says, practice thereof shall not be, it doesn't say infringed. Anyway, it says the government shall make no law establishing a religion and shall not interfere with the practice of. That's how it works. Well, they're interfering with the practice of religion. And if you stand there and say, well, they're doing it for national health reasons or whatnot, doesn't say that in the Constitution. Doesn't say not interfere with the practice of unless. That's not in there. You cannot interfere according to the law of the land. You cannot interfere with people practicing their religion in their own fashion. You got people out here taking court because somebody's got the 10 Commandments on a courthouse lawn. 10 Commandments all over the Supreme Court building. People go to court over that. Anybody out here saying, well, we're going to take you to court if you don't let us go to church? No. A couple of people have. And I'll bet they're going to win it once it's all gets said and done. The Supreme Court's going to be looking at it already from one state. Let us go back to our lives. There's a saying that I got laughed at for putting on Facebook the other day. I'd rather die a free man than live under tyranny. And this is tyranny. Definition of tyranny. To stand there and tell me I can't take my dog for a walk. Stand there and tell me I can't take a walk. Walking's healthy. Are you going to tell me that I was arrested doing a healthy thing because you were watching out for my health? Perfect government thought process. All of this stuff is going on for power. They tell us every year, come and get your flu shot if you want to. 20, 30, 40,000 people die every year from the flu. We're at what, 6,000 nationwide, 7,000? Something like that. Come on. We've lost, what, 1/4 or 1/10 of the people we lose to the flu every year in this dynamic? People, we need to get back together, and we need to go tell the government, mind your business, and your business isn't getting in mine. So get out of it. I mean, I'm even reading where police unions have told their officers, do not arrest people for being outside. I don't know how the union can get by with that in a legal sense, but it seems to be working. They're trying to take us over. This is similar to, what was it, 2006, 7, something like that, when people were, and it's similar to 2010 when the Tea Party movement started. People were fed up. Well, here we are again. So let's just get back into the world here. Stop being an idiot and listening to these idiots on the news tell you you're going to die. Newsflash, we're all going to die. When we die was planned long before we ever came about. There's a day out there, you're going to die. I don't care if you're riding a motorcycle. I don't care if you're walking down the street. I don't care if you're laying in bed. You're going to die one day in this lifetime. None of us is getting out of this alive. So stop being panicked about when that's going to happen or if this thing is going to cause it. This thing ain't going to cause your death. Your death is already scheduled. So let's just get back to our lives. Let's get people starting to draw back. I'd like to see more things like me finally getting mad enough to get on here and hopefully YouTube will let me stream this. Heaven knows they've been stopping a lot of that. That's the other one, Zuckerberg. He has literally got his algorithms working to where they're sucking off negative information about this virus. Negative being if it's against the virus. Anything that said that the virus will kill you, he lets that go. But if you go out there and say, there's what I'm saying here, there's more people living now. And by the way, here's another little toasty fact. Everybody that gets that virus and recovers is now immune from it. Guess what that's doing economically? And I don't mean money economically, I mean economically in the number of shots there are. That's those people aren't going to have to get shots. Saving shots for somebody that needs it. Golly, I won't be getting one. I was given a flu shot in the 70s for the original swine flu because I was in the Coast Guard. And they said, Come on over, you're getting your shot. I don't want one. Tough. That's the last flu shot I ever got. I don't know that I've ever had the flu. If I have, guess what? I'm immune. So let's just get back to our common sense thinking. I know that's rare in this country. Go on and watch that No Safe Spaces movie. It costs you $20. You can watch it as many times as you want till the end of May. Have fun with that, because they're using the facts. These universities, these professors are mad at this. They're the only ones that's on my side. They want to go back to normal. You know why? Because they can't control minds while those kids are at home studying. And that's just eating them alive. So let's get back to normal. Let's tell the government you can take your virus and stuff it and come back to life again. It's ridiculous. Have a great Sunday.